Hi. Today, we will see an indicator called stock valuation. There are many ways and formulas to calculate the valuation of a stock. Recently, while surfing the internet, I found one of such formulas that could be coded into a Pine script indicator. This is the formula. Here, we take the EPS growth of a stock and add it to the dividend yield. And then we divide it by the P/E ratio of the stock. What we get is a valuation factor. See, this is how the indicator looks. It shows a valuation table to us. If the valuation factor is less than 1, then it means that the particular stock is overvalued. The current price of the stock is much higher than its fair value. If the valuation factor is between 1 and 2, then that means the stock is fairly valued. And if the valuation factor is greater than 2, then that means the stock is undervalued. The current price of the stock is much lower than its fair value. So, as you can see right now, we are on the BPCL stock chart, and the indicator tells us that this particular stock is undervalued, as we can see a tick shown right here. The valuation factor is 4.33678, which is greater than 2. So this stock is undervalued. Similarly, if we open the stock chart of Nvidia, we can see that this stock is overvalued. Its valuation factor is 0.09673. Similarly, if you open the chart of Jammu and Kashmir Bank, you can see that this particular stock is fairly valued. From the input panel of the indicator, we can adjust the size of the table as well as its position of the table. Now let's see how to code this particular indicator. This is not the only logic or only mathematics to find out the valuation of a stock. You may use your own logic or mathematics and try the same. This is not a recommendation to buy or sell any stock. Now let's see the code. This is an indicator function with the name valuation. First, we create an input to adjust the table size. Then we create an input to adjust the table position on the chart. The default position is middle center. Other options are top left, top center, top right, etc. Here, we write the logic where we capture the user-selected position of the table. We will use this somewhere ahead. Now we will derive the formula. First, we will need the EPS growth. For that, we will need two things, the EPS of the current year and the previous year. This is how we find out the EPS. And this is how we find out the EPS growth. Then, here we find out the dividend yield of the stock. By dividing the current market price of the stock by its EPS value, we get the P/E ratio of this stock. So by now we have all three components that we need in our formula. So we calculate the valuation factor by adding the EPS growth to the dividend yield and then dividing it by the P/E ratio. Now we simply have to create the table that we saw earlier on the chart. Here we create the skeleton of the table. Here we add the rows and columns of the table. And here we have written the logic to show the tick mark as per the valuation factor. If the valuation factor is less than 1, we show a tick mark in the overvalued row. If the valuation factor is between 1 and 2, we show a tick mark in the fairly valued row. And if the valuation factor is greater than 2, we show a tick mark in the undervalued row. Also, in each line, we show the valuation factor value. And as a result, we get this beautiful valuation table. The link to download this code is given in the description box under this video. Thanks for watching.